Good morning. Good morning. Right. Brew day today. Oh, we're at bloody temps, finally. So I've hit a new pattern in which I like to start, a new regime for brewing, which is to get up really early and start, and then I managed to get done around 2 in the afternoon, and then I've got the rest of the day instead of starting at like 12, running to like 7 in the evening. I overshot my strike temps because I was making breakfast for everyone and stuff, and so we've had to wait a good hour and a half for it to recirculate and bring temps down. 76 strike temp. We are looking for 66 degrees, mashing in for coconut ShyPA. Doing coconut ShyPA today, Boris. So if you aren't aware, I released the recipe. So I'm wanting 3.55 kgs of Marisota, 490 grams of Crystal 10, and 200 grams of oats, flaked oats. Now the Marisota, I just put in 4 kgs because I ain't having half a bag of Marisota lying around. And there she is. Crystal, your Marisota underneath, and your oats. And of course, Burtonized the water. So now we're at temps. I'm gonna dough in. Friggin' rights. Sugar off there. Pull out the pipe so we don't get recirculation. The HLT is friggin' full because I added another 2 litres to try and bring the temps down. It worked a little bit, but it doesn't matter how many times I try to remember the pipes for brewing. I can never remember where they go, so okay. Best decision I ever made was to put the second thermal well in. I have 2 options now. I'm doing a small batch beer, small ABV, little malts. You can use the lower one and still get a better reading. If I'm doing a big old beer, you can use the higher one. I get in the middle of the mash each time. They're sitting pretty at 66 degrees. Timer started. And in an hour's time we'll be running her off. In regards to the actual coconut aspect of the IPA, the recipe asks for 204.8 grams, so 205 grams of coconut at the end of the boil, but I'm going to add a little bit extra because I like mine a little bit more coconutty, and we tried it adding a little bit extra in the last couple of batches. It turned out okay. 66 degrees, recirculating, and everything's good, man. Everything's good. I've just got the HLT set a couple of degrees higher than the mash, and that couple of degrees extra in the HLT just sort of takes up for any loss going through the pump and pipes. It's worse in the winter time. So hop wise, for the boil, 16 grams of Columbus going in 60 minutes, and that's it. That's it for boil additions. It all happens at the very back end, and then once the boil's completed, shut her off and add your coconut, toasted coconut. Recipe asks for 205 grams. I got 2 bags of 250 grams, so I'm just going to put 250 grams in. We've added extra coconut before and it's turned out pretty good. That's a little sneaky tip for you there. And then there are 2 Whirlpool editions. Well, 2 hops, different hops at the Whirlpool edition. 25 grams Cascade, 20 grams of Mosaic. And that's it till dry hop, where we'll be adding 40 grams of Mosaic and another 250 grams of toasted coconut. In regards to the fermenter, because we're going to be breaking in the catalyst fermentation system, and well, she's there, boys, she's there. So I was on late shifts last week, or this week, and so it meant that when I got back I just had no time to even look at altering it. However, the last video I put out where we were doing a bit of a stability test on it, and I was saying that I was going to modify the stand to get it into the fermentation fridge, I had a lot of questions and a lot of suggestions posted underneath that video. I haven't got back to any of them because I'm going to do a separate video and sort of answer them that way. For now, we're just going to have to get the beer in it, and I don't know whether I'm going to leave it in here because the last week or so it's been about 17 degrees anyway, ambient temperatures. So if it stops like that, it'll be fine in here if I just cover it over. If the temperatures start to creep, then I'll take it in the bathroom and we'll have to just ferment it there. So there's no press chilling for this one, and there's no controlled fermentation in the fermentation fridge. But the up point, the bonus to that, is that we get to use the system as a whole without altering it. We are halfway through the mash of the coconut ShyPA. Just look at the colour that she's picking up. Hey, she's already clearing out. Oh, tiny little pellets. Oh man. Columbus. Forget how goddamn good it smells. It smells like sour fruit pastels. Oh, I love it when a blend comes together. Big tiny everything. We're done with the mash. 4 minutes over actually, and that has cleared out. Crystal clear. Okay. Now we're at sparging temps. I'm going to kill that element. Kill the pump, which is recirculating the HLT, and swap some Hodgeses around. We're running off nice and steady into the boil pot, fellas. Hey, friggin' presto! Seen it a million times before, fellas, but there we go. This is the coconut ShyPA one. Oh, fellas, we're in. 26 litres collected. I've just took a gravity reading and we're looking for 1037. An estimated pre-boil gravity 1037, and we've got 1045, but we did add that extra half kilo of Maris Otter because we didn't want to waste it. So 1045, I can live with that. You know where that's come from, so 1045. So we're going to get on with the boil, and can't wait to smell that smell again of the coconut, toasted coconut having its bath at the end of the day. I can't wait for that. It's been too long since I brewed this up. Oh, and a couple of other people are doing it, man. Jay Curry's done one, although he's had to modify it slightly because he couldn't get any mosaic. And Ian Carroll, he's got his coconut ready to do his, so it's starting. Oh, get through this hot break, fellas, and then we'll wang in the Columbus. But she's foaming up, right? She's foaming up, right? Oh no, fogging up, you son of a bitch. But, just give it a little tamp. Take the lid off, let some of that heat out. There we go. Don't that look pretty? I don't know if I've mentioned this before, like, but see how it's pulsing to a boil and then just knocking off, then pulsing back. That's because I set the PRD to 99 degrees and it just pulses the elements. And if I've set that to 100, then I end up boiling off like 6 litres, and it's too much of a vigorous boil, and I don't want that vigorous boil. That's how we do it. But it looks like we're through the hot break. I'm just going to put the lid back on with the fan and just see if it reoccurs, and if it does, then we'll beat it back. Oh boys, didn't take long to get through that hot break. Ah, you son of a bitch! Ah. A bit wham. Right, so In with the Columbus. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. And that's it. That's it for the boil. I can relax, do a bit of cleaning up. I may do a little bit of a live broadcast on Facebook just to check out the Wi-Fi in here, because if it handles it okay, then I'm wanting to start doing YouTube Live, because you can do the YouTube Live thing off your mobile. And I'm thinking, if I do that, I'm probably going to not stream like a full brew day from start to finish, but I'll stream like the mash parts of the boil and then getting into the fermenter, and like split it up into 3 live videos, because unless it's a completely new beer style to me, or there's something going in it method wise or ingredients wise that's completely different, unless any of that happens, then it's a brew day is pretty much a brew day. And so I need to think of ways to freshen things up a little bit, I think. I don't know. I do like doing the brew day videos because it's logging everything. It's logging everything and I like that. But I think the additional live broadcast of brew days where there's an interaction as it's happening, I think is going to be the way forward. But I need to check the Wi-Fi in here. Oh, that's it, fellas. The boil is off. And so now it's time for the very important addition of coconut. The recipe asks for 205 grams. I can't see the sense in leaving 45 grams in this open packet. So it's going in. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus and the orphans. That's right. So now I'm going to start recirculating. Oh, it smells pretty damn good to me, boys. Open her up. And that's it. That is it. Start getting that in there, look. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it. Let that do its thing. Start chilling it down to 80 degrees in a bit. And then we'll chuck in the Whirlpool. Right, I think in a minute, yeah, that's going to be at 80 degrees. So lid's coming off of this. The smell of coconut in here is absolutely amazing. Just smells like macaroons in here. I love macaroons. But I love the coconut ShyPA a little bit more. And now we're adding the 20 grams of Mosaic, 25 grams of Cascade for the Whirlpool. So let's have a look how it's doing in there. Oh yeah, very coconutty. Very coconutty. So I'm just going to pile these in and which way can I do it? Oh yeah. And we've got a couple of tests actually today, but the one for this video is going to be how does the Blickman hot blocker cope with all that coconut. There's not a vast amount, but the majority of the coconut looks like it's sitting on top and around it. So maybe I put it in the wrong place, but we'll see how it does. That's it, fellas, for this brew day. But stay tuned, it's like a 2-parter when we get it into the catalyst. That's the next video. So as always, guys, don't forget to thumb this video because you're all new. Don't forget to hit the like and to subscribe. Clicking you on what's coming up next. Share the video, get it out for all to see. Until next time, I'm out of here.